It is Friday, August 31st, 2018 at 1:18 p.m. Let's take a look at National Hurricane Center. Hurricane Norman has maximum sustained winds of 150 knots or 130 miles per hour, minimal central pressure of 950 millibars, located at 16.7 north and 120.8 west, movement west-southwest at 7 knots or 8 miles per hour, and disturbance 1 in the Pacific, with 70% chance of cyclone formation in 48 hours. Showers and thunderstorms continue in association with a low-pressure system located several hundred miles southwest of Manzanillo, Mexico. Gradual development of this system is anticipated, with a tropical depression is likely to form within the next couple of days, while the system moves generally west-northwestward away from the coast of Mexico. Formation chance through 48 hours, high 70%. Formation chance through 5 days, high 90%. Alright. Also, in the Atlantic, we have a disturbance 1 with 0% chance of cyclone formation in 48 hours, which is basically the storms happening and the moisture happening right now off of the Dominican Republic and the Caribbean here. Also, we have potential tropical cyclone 6, which is what we are keeping an eye on, which has maximum sustained winds of 30 knots or 35 miles per hour, minimum central pressure of 1,006 millibars, located 13.7 north and 22.7 west, movement west-northwest at 11 knots or 13 miles per hour. Formation chance through 48 hours is high at 90%, and formation chance through 5 days is high at 90%. Alright. Miriam, also by Hawaii right now. Hurricane Miriam, Friday, August 31st, 2018. Current location 18.3 north and 141.2 west. Maximum sustained winds of 90 miles an hour and movement north at 10 miles an hour. Alright, so it is moving north. Hopefully it stays away from Hawaii, but it's looking like it's going to at 10 miles an hour. Here is Ventusky, and you see here, this is what it will look like for Sunday. 3 storms in the Pacific and 1 in the Atlantic. This is just a forecast. This does not mean that this is actually what it's going to do. This is what could possibly happen. And it seems like the Gulf, the area off of Mexico is just shooting off hurricanes, pretty much, just making hurricanes and shooting them off towards the area of Hawaii. And this in the Atlantic is 6, and it seems to be going through the middle of the Atlantic by Sunday. Not sure if it will actually hit the East Coast or if it will veer off towards the east and out into the Atlantic. Hopefully it does not hit, but keeping an eye on 6 is very important. Okay, this is this is Hurricane Norman right now in the Pacific. As you see the eye there in the center, you can clearly define, you can see that. Alright, also this is Tropical Storm 6. This is what's in the Atlantic. This is what we are keeping an eye on and have to keep an eye on for the next couple of days to see if it does develop into a hurricane in the Atlantic. Alright, this is Norman off of the Pacific here. And here's the other disturbance with a 70% chance of cyclone formation in 48 hours. Here, building off the coast of Mexico. Also, there is plenty of rain and a disturbance in the Caribbean, and there's also plenty of rain happening in the Gulf right now, below Florida and above Cuba. There's also rain and storms happening around Illinois and Missouri, and some of the middle states, the Midwest states, and some of the states by the Great Lakes. Alright. Also here's what the storm building off of the African coast looks like. Right here. Hopefully this just comes here to the center of the Atlantic and veers towards the east and north, away from the United States. Alright. Also, there is some flash flood warnings for northwestern Missouri and severe weather statement in northwestern Missouri, and there are also flash flood watches for southeastern and southwestern Wisconsin and northeast Minnesota and northeast Wisconsin. Alright, you guys stay safe out there. Hopefully none of the hurricanes will hit Hawaii, but we have to keep an eye on that because there's so many just being created and being shot off towards Hawaii, and we have to keep an eye on the possibility of Tropical Storm 6 becoming a hurricane. Hopefully it will not develop, but they're saying that there's a 90% chance of development, so we got to keep an eye on that. Be prepared for hurricane season. The Atlantic is being active. The Pacific is definitely active. So please be prepared. Get ready with all your hurricane supplies, all the things you need. Please pray for those people that are having to go through hardships on planet Earth right now. Stay together. Let's be one human family. Alright, God bless.